I'd love to hear a little bit about your background because honestly, I was telling my guys here in the studio, Justin, you're probably one of one or two guests in 1,000 guests I've had that actually spent a lot of your time in China growing up and understands
Yes,
that culture,
yes,
but also spends time in
yes,
America and understands that culture. And this East versus West, this is going to be our future for the next 100 years, right? How these two societies and cultures conflict or cooperate with each other. Um, from a young man that grew up in China, how do you view it? How is it different from the U.S.? How does the U.S. not understand China? What are some of your thoughts?
Yes, I consider myself like a global citizen and a digital nomad. So basically, I have never like since I was born, I never stay in like one city more than six years. So basically, like every 5 6 years, I migrate to like other places.
So every
So
every 5 or 6 years,
every
you,
six
you
years,
kind of move. Okay, good.
yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
you're just so your sound people. It's kind of come in and out. We were good for a while, and then we'll just tell your sound people to get it back up.
Oh.
But I think
Yeah.
they're coming back. But you said every 5 or 6 years, you kind of move cities. Is that right?
Exactly, exactly. Yeah, so it's like a digital nomad. So like back in Asian China time, in the north part of China, we have lots of nomads. They are different from traditional Chinese, so they move around like all the time. So I think I'm kind of like this kind of the tradition, but in a digital way.
Got it. And what about culture-wise?
Yeah.
What do you pick up from China that works well for you in business, and what is also not working so well? I think in the past you've said that, especially when you did early Bitcoin adoption in China, if it wasn't sanctioned by the government, nobody cared about it. It was definitely considered a
Yes.
scam. Whereas in America, it might be a little more open-minded to an entrepreneurial. Is that one of the big differences you see, or are there more?
Yes. So back to 2012, Bitcoin is also available on Taobao. That's how I told like Jack Ma. Actually, the largest trading platform for Bitcoin in 2012 is not like a Bitcoin exchange. It's Taobao, basically the eBay in China. Because at that time, all the miners in China, they have no place to sell. So they want to basically list their Bitcoin on Taobao, and everybody can buy it cheaper than like $1. I imagine when the first time I buy Bitcoin is like three RMB. It's equivalent to 50 cents. So basically, I think this is a very interesting story. I think that basically, I think the biggest advantage China team or the Chinese background founders have is a very productive team and with a very, I think, high quality of the development of the software, but also Chinese people is very diligent. So for myself, like I work like 12 hours to 15 hours a day. So basically, I think this is more like our tradition to focus lots of time on work. So that's why I mean China also have a famous name for the world's factory, right? So I think this is basically we have lots of the power of productivity. But I think also we have some disadvantage. First of all, I think is finding the determination uh, against Chinese people because I know like not like everybody is live in China. There's lots of stereotypes or misunderstanding about China and the Chinese people. So it's sometimes it's very hard for you to explain to some people. It's not like you in your like environment. They don't share the experience with you. So that's I think that's the first one. Uh, um, a lot of not only like Chinese people, but also lots of Chinese enterprise or Chinese background enterprise. When they try to get to Europe market and U.S. market, they all face this kind of the dilemma, right? For example, like Xiaomi, TikTok. So there is start to have some China background companies try to make their product available in US and Europe. They all facing this kind of the challenges.